Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nishvasena hi vishvasaha, Kadarudo bhavishyati, Kirtaniya mato balya, Harinameva kevala, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hari sadava setatra, Yatra bhagavata janaha, Gayanti bhakti bhavena, Hare Naimeva Kevala, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Aho dukkam mahadukkam, Dukkha dukkataram yataha, Kachayam vishmitam ratna, Hare Naimeva Kevala, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Diyatam karno, Niyatam vachaha, Giyatam nityam, Hare Naimeva Kevala, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Trina Kritya Jagat Sarvam Rajate Sakala Param Chidananda Mayam Sudam Harinameva Kevalam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Bola Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Bola Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Nitai Gora Hari Bol Gora Hari Bol Nitai Gora Hari Bol Nitai Gora Nitai Gora Hari Bol Gora Haribo, Nita Gora Haribo, Nita Gora Haribo, 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 Nita Gora Haribo. Tagore Premanandi Ki Jai. This is a very nice bhajan glorifying the holy names of Krishna. It says, more sweet than all other sweet things, more auspicious than all other auspicious things, the greatest purifier of all purifying things, the holy name of Shri Hari alone is everything. The entire universe, from exalted Brahma down to the lowly clump of grass, is a product of the illusory energy of the Supreme Lord. The only thing that is reality, again I say reality, is the holy name of Shri Hari alone, is everything. That person is a true preceptor, or a true father, a true mother, and a true friend also, only if they teach one always to remember the holy name of Shri Hari alone is everything. There is no certainty when the last breath will come and put an abrupt halt to all one's material plans. Therefore, it is wise to always practice chanting from very childhood. The holy name of Shri Hari alone is everything. Lord Hari eternally dwells in that place where truly exalted, spiritually advanced souls sing in the mood of pure devotion. The holy name of Shri Hari alone is everything. Oh, what a sorrow, what a great sorrow, more painful than any other misery in the world. Mistaking it as a mere piece of glass, the people have forgotten this jewel. The holy name of Shri Hari alone is everything. It should be heard again and again with one's ears. It should be uttered over and over with one's voice. It should be perpetually sung and sung anew. The holy name of Shri Hari alone is everything. It makes the entire universe seem insignificant as a blade of grass. It splendorously reigns supreme over all. It is full of eternally conscious divine ecstasy. It is supremely pure. The holy name of Shri Hari alone is everything. Gaur Premanandi, Haribo, Haribo, Haribo. You have to collect this. I haven't put this up on the board. First, give it to him first. So he puts it up. And he has to set up the microphone for this. So this next bhajan explains the life of Vrindavan in the spiritual world with Krishna and his parents, Nanda Maharaj and Yasoda and the gopis. And it's all about the technology of milk technology. So this song, this bhajan, explains all the wonderful things that are offered to Krishna for his lunch. And it actually gives a beautiful idea of the transcendental pastimes of Krishna in the spiritual world. Bhajabhakata Vatsala Shigora Hari Bhajam Bhajabhakata Vatsala Shigora Hari Bhajabhakata Vatsala Shigora Hari Shigora Hari Sohi Gosta Bihari Shigora Hari Sohi Gosta Bihari Nanda Yasomatir Chita Hari Bhajabhakata Vatsala Shigora Hari Bhaja Bhakata Vasala Shigora Hari Bhaja Bella Holo Damodara Aisoikana Bella Holo Damodara Aisagikana Bogamandire Basikora Bojana Bogamandire Basikora Bojana Bhaja Govinda Govinda Gopala Bhaja Govinda Govinda Gopala Bhaja Govinda Govinda Gopala Bhaja Govinda Govinda Gopala Nandirani Dese Baisi Girivaradari Baladeva Sahasaka Baise Sari Sari Sukta Sakati Bajinalita Kusmanda Dali dal na dubda dumbi dadi mochakanda Dali dal na dubda dumbi dadi mochakanda Muga boda masa boda roti grihana Suskuli pistaka kir puli payasana Bhaja Govinda Govinda Gopala Bhaja Govinda Govinda Gopala Bhaja Bhaja Govinda Govinda Gopala Bhaja Govinda Govinda Gopala Bhaja Govinda Govinda Gopala Luci Chini Sarpuri Ladu Rasabala Bhojana Korena Krishna Hoye Kutuhala Radhikari Pakka Ana Vivida Bhyanjana Parama Anande Krishna Korena Bhojana Chale Bale Ladu Kai Shimadu Mangala Bagala Bajaya Radeha Hari Bolo Bhaja Govinda Govinda Gopala Govinda Govinda Gopala Bhaja Govinda Govinda Gopala Bhaja Bhaja Govinda Govinda Gopala Bhaja Govinda Govinda Gopala Bhaja Govinda Govinda Gopala Bhaja Govinda Govinda Gopala Bhojanante Piye Krishna Suswasita Bari Sabe mukha bhola hoy hoye sari sari. Sabe mukha kola hoy soye sari sari. Hasta mukha pasadiya chatasaka gane. Hasta mukha paksadiya chatasaka san. Ananda vishrama kori bala devasane. Hasta mukha jambula rasala ne tambula masala. Taha ke Krishna Chandra sukhe nidra jela. Bhaja Govinda Govinda Gopala. Bhaja Govinda Govinda Go. Hey Bhaja Govinda Govinda Gopala. Bhaja Govinda Govinda Gopala. Bhaja Govinda Govinda Gopala. Bhaja Govinda Govinda Gopala. Bhaja Bhaja Govinda Govinda Gopala. Bhaja Govinda Govinda Gopala. Bhaja Govinda Govinda Gopala. Bhaja Bhaja Govinda Govinda Gopala. Bhaja Govinda Bhaja Govinda Govinda Gopala. Bhaja Govinda Govinda Gopala. Bhaja Govinda Govinda Gopala. Bhaja Govinda Govinda Gopala. Vishalaksha Shika Pucha Chamaradulaya. Apurva Sayaya Krishna Sukhe Nidra Jaya. Yasomati Ajna Petanista Anito. Shri Krishna Prasada Radha Bunje Hoye Prito. Lalita di Saki Gana Avase Sabaya. Mane Mane Sukhe Radha Krishna Guna Gaya. Hari Lila Eka Matra Jahara Pramoda. Bogarati Gaye Thakur Bhakati Vinoda. Bhaja Govinda Govinda Gopala. Bhaja Bhaja Govinda Govinda Gopala. Bhaja Govinda Bhaja Govinda Govinda Gopala. Bhaja Bhaja Govinda Govinda Gopala. Bhaja Govinda Govinda Gopala. Bhaja Govinda Govinda Gopala. Bhaja Govinda Govinda Gopala. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Bola Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Premanandi Ki Jai. So this explains the whole culture of Vrindavan, and especially in respect to milk. And it says, just worship Shri Gaurahari, who was always affectionate to his devotees. Shri Gaurahari of Navadvip, or Lord Chaitanya, is himself Krishna of Vrindavana, the same personality who has stolen the hearts of Nanda Maharaj and Mother Yasoda. Mother Yasoda calls to Krishna, my dear Damodar, it is now very late. Please come and sit down in the dining hall to take your lunch. On the direction of Nanda Maharaj, the holder of Govardhan Hill, along with his elder brother Sri Baladeva and all their cowherd boyfriends, sit down in rows and please take lunch. They are served a feast of sukta, which is bitter melon, various kinds of green leafy vegetables, then nice savories, a salad made of green leaves of the jute plant, pumpkin, baskets of fruit, small square cakes made of lentils and cooked down milk, then squash cooked with milk, thick yogurt, and vegetable preparations made with the flowers of the banana tree. So when it says thick yogurt, this was the original Greek yogurt, way before the Greeks. Then they have fried squares of mung dal and urad dal patties, chapatis, and rice with ghee. Next they have sweetmeats made with milk, sugar, and sesame, rice flour cakes, thick cooked down milk, sweet rolls, and sweet rice. There is also sweet rice tasting just like nectar due to its being mixed with camphor. There are bananas and cheese, which is nectarian and delicious, and luscious mangoes. They are all served 12 kinds of sour preparations made with tamarinds, lime, lemons, oranges, and pomegranates. There are puris made with flour and white powdered sugar, puris filled with cream, ladus and dal patties boiled in sugared rice. Being very eager, Krishna eats all of the prasad. Krishna feels the greatest ecstasy and joy when he eats the various curries, sweets and pastries cooked by Sri Radhika. Krishna's funny Brahmana friend, Madhu Mangala, gets ladus to eat by hook or by crook. When Madhu Mangala eats the ladus, he shouts, "Give me more! Haribol, Haribol!" and makes a funny sound by slapping his sides under his armpits with his hands. You know how to do that? Beholding Radhika and her gopi friends out of the corners of his eyes, Krishna dines at the house of Mother Yasoda with great satisfaction. After lunch, Krishna drinks sweet rose-scented water. Then all his friends, standing in lines, wash their mouths. After all the cowherd boys wash their hands and mouths, they take rest with Lord Baladev in great bliss. Krishna's servants named Jambula and Rasala provide betel nuts dressed with fancy spices. Chewing the pan, Krishna Chandra then happily goes to sleep. While Krishna contentedly takes his rest upon an excellent bedstead, his servant Vishalaksha cools him by gently waving a fan of peacock feathers. Receiving the order of Mother Yasoda, the gopi Dhanishta brings remnants of food left on Shri Krishna's plate to Radha, who takes them with great delight. Lalita Devi and the other gopis then receive the remnants of Radha, and within their heart of hearts they sing the glories of Radha and Krishna with great joy. Thus, Bhaktivinoda, whose only joy is the wonderful pastimes of Lord Hari, sings this Bhoga Arati song. Haribol, Haribol, Haribol. I was hungry even before this. Here, Vinay. And give it back there first so they can put it up on the board. Akroda Paramananda Nityananda Rai. Akroda Paramananda Nityananda Rai. Abhimana Sunya Nitai Nagara Bidai. Abhimana Sunya Nitai Nagara Bidai. Bolo Nagara Bidai, Nagara Bidai. Bolo Nagara Bidai, Nagara Bidai. Abhimana Sunya Nitai Nagara Bidai. Adama Patita Jiver Dware Dware Jia. Adama Patita Jiver Dware Dware Jia. Hari Nama Maha Mantra Dichen Vilaya. Hey Bola Hari Nama Maha Mantra Dichena Vilaya. Bola Dichena Vilaya, Dichena Vilaya. Dichena Vilaya, Dichena Vilaya. Akroda Paramananda Nityananda Rai. Hey Bola Akroda Paramananda Nityananda Rai. Hey bola abhimana sunya nitai nagara vidai. Hey bola abhimana sunya nitai nagara vidai. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hey bola Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hey bola yare dekke tare kohe gante china dori. E jare dekke tare kohe gante china dori. E bola amare kiniya loho bolo gorahari. E bola amare kiniya loho bolo gorahari. Bolo gorahari, bolo gorahari, bolo gorahari, bolo gorahari, bolo hari, bolo gorahari, bolo gorahari, bolo gorahari. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hey bola Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Akroda Paramananda Nichananda Rai. Akroda Paramananda Nichananda Rai. Hey bola Akroda Paramananda Nichananda Rai. Akroda Paramananda Nichananda Rai. Hey bola Abhimana Sunya Nitai Nagara Vidai. Hey bola abhimana sunya nitai nagara vidai. Eto boli nityananda bhumiga dijai. Hey bola eto boli nityananda bhumiga dijai. Bola sonara parvata jeno dulate lotai. Bola sonara parvata jeno dulate lotai. Dulate lotai, 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 dulate lotai. Hey bola Akroda Paramananda Nityananda Rai. Akroda Akroda Paramananda Nityananda Rai. Akroda Paramananda Nityananda Rai. Abhimana Sunya Nitai Nagara Vidai. Abhimana Nita Magare Vidam Abhinanda Sunya Nita Magare Vidam Bolo Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Heno avatare jar Ratina janmilo Heno avatare jar Ratina janmilo Bolo lochana bole se papi elo arjelo Lochana bole se papi lo arjelo Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Bolo Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hey bolo Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hey bolo Hare bol 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 Hare Hey bolo Hare bol 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 bolo Hare bol Hare bol Hare bol Hare bol Hare bol Hare bol Hare bolo Hare bol 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Haribol, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribol, Nitai Gaura Haribol, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribol. Nitai Gaura Premanande Ki Jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Cheva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudiraye. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shrimad Bhagavad Gita Granth Raja Ki Jai. Shrimad Bhagavatam Mantra Raja Ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Gaura Premanande Haribol. So today we're going to hear from the 3rd chapter of Bhagavad Gita, verse number 28. I hope you can see. Can you see it? Tat vavit tu mahabaho Guna karma vibhagayo Guna gunesu swatanta Itimatva nasajjate Tatvavitu mahabaho Guna karma vibhagayo Guna gunesu vartanta Itimatva nasajjate Tatvavitu mahabaho Guna karma vibhagayo Guna gunesu vartanta Itimatva nasajjate. Translation. One who is in knowledge of the absolute truth, O mighty armed Arjuna, does not engage himself in the senses and sense gratification, knowing well the differences between work in devotion and work for fruitive results. Please repeat. One who is in knowledge of the absolute truth. O mighty armed Arjuna, does not engage himself in the senses and sense gratification, knowing well the differences between work in devotion and work for fruitive results. Fruitive results means selfish goals. And the explanation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. The knower of the Absolute Truth is convinced of his or her awkward position in material association. He or she knows that he is part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, and that his position should not be in the material creation. He knows his real identity as part and parcel of the Supreme, who is eternal bliss and knowledge, and he realizes that somehow or other he is entrapped in the material conception of life. In his pure state of existence, he is meant to dovetail his activities in devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. He therefore engages himself in the activities of Krishna consciousness and becomes naturally unattached to the activities of the material senses, which are all circumstantial and temporary. He knows that his material condition of life is under the supreme control of the Lord. Consequently, he's not disturbed by all kinds of material reactions, which he considers to be the mercy of the Lord. According to Srimad Bhagavatam, one who knows the absolute truth in three different features, namely Brahman, Paramatma, and the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is called Tattvavit. For he knows also his own factual position in relationship with the Supreme. So this is a verse that gives us an idea of what is our real identity. Right now, we mistakenly identify with the body and all the extensions of this body. And because of that, we inherit enemies without even knowing who they are. And we also inherit friends and relatives right from birth. And this complicates our life because all of a sudden we feel maybe hatred and envy of our natural enemies and love and affection for our natural relatives. However, all these things are temporary. These relationships are temporary. The love and the hate is temporary. And basically, it just confuses people. So then we have to ask ourselves, what is our real identity? Who is our real family? So Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita that Aham bija pradapita, I am the seed-giving father of all living entities. So if we believe Bhagavad Gita, then Krishna is the original father of all living entities, all of us. And what is our family? Our real family is Achyuta Gotra, the family of Krishna, eternally. We do have temporary families, but like in my case, everyone in my immediate family is dead. So where's my family? Right? They all died. They got old, they get sick, they got sick and they died. But Krishna never dies. He's the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He's eternal. And actually, we never die either. We just change bodies, material bodies, but our soul is eternal. If we understand this, then we have a chance to attain liberation in this lifetime from birth, death, old age, and disease, and return back to the spiritual world and take with us all our loved ones. So this requires knowing what is activity in devotion and what is activity for selfish pursuits or selfish reasons. All activities for selfish reasons has a reaction that binds us again to the cycle of birth and death. All activities for the pleasure and for the service of Krishna is liberating and has no material reaction. We become free of the law of karma. And thus, we're liberated even in this world. Liberated from what? Lust, anger, greed, illusion, envy, and madness or craziness. So, if we understand even this one verse, we have a chance to free ourselves from the cycle of birth and death, even in this lifetime. Then Krishna says, Pakrite guna sammudaha sajjante guna karmasu tan akrishna vido madan Krishna vinna vichalyate. This is verse 29, which says, let's transfer to 29. Bewildered by the modes of material nature, the ignorant fully engage themselves in material activities and become attached. But the wise should not unsettle them, although these duties are inferior due to the performer's lack of knowledge. So our real enemy in life are not persons, or not people who are fanatics or this or that. The real enemy in life is ignorance. By ignorance, for example, a child by ignorance may try and stick their finger in an electric plug, or they might try to turn on the gas range, or they might try to turn on the electric range and maybe even put their hand on the electric plate, you see. That's due to ignorance. Or they might, when nobody's looking, walk out of the house and out into the street. See? That's due to ignorance. But it's not only little children that do things out of ignorance, it's adults also. Adults think that drinking wine, beer, whiskey is good, but actually it's ignorance. Some adults think that smoking marijuana or cocaine or heroin is good, but it's actually ignorance. Some people think that eating meat is good, but it's actually ignorance. Some people think that gambling is fun, but it's actually ignorance. See? So it's not only children that make these mistakes out of ignorance, it's adults also. So the enemy is ignorance. And to overcome that pitiful situation where we're acting out of ignorance, thinking it's good, but actually it's very bad, we need to be enlightened by genuine teachers of Bhagavad Gita and the Vedas. Today at the Northwest Folklife Festival, many people ask me, what does Vedic mean? I said, Vedic is the adjective of Veda. Veda means knowledge. They said, oh, I didn't know that. I said, it's the word in Sanskrit for knowledge. So the Vedas are giving genuine knowledge by which all ignorance is erased. So in the explanation of this verse, Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada says, persons who are unknowledgeable falsely identify with gross material consciousness and are full of material designations. This body is a gift of the material nature, and one who is too much attached to the bodily consciousness is called manda, or a lazy person, without understanding of the spirit soul. Ignorant men think of the body as the self. They accept bodily connections with others as kinship, the land in which the body is obtained as their object of worship, and they consider the formalities of religious rituals to be ends in themselves. Social work, nationalism, and altruism are some of the activities for such materially designated persons. Under the spell of such designations, they are always busy in the material field. For them, spiritual realization is a myth, and so they are not interested. Those who are enlightened in spiritual life, however, should not try to agitate such materially engrossed persons. Better to prosecute or perform one's own spiritual activities silently. Such bewildered persons may be engaged in such primary moral principles of life as nonviolence and similar materially benevolent work. Men who are ignorant cannot appreciate activities in Krishna consciousness, and therefore Lord Krishna advises us not to disturb them and simply waste valuable time. But the devotees of the Lord are more kind than the Lord, because they understand the purpose of the Lord. Consequently, they undertake all kinds of risks, even to the point of approaching ignorant men, to try to engage them in the acts of Krishna consciousness, which are absolutely necessary for the human being. So here we have a nice explanation of the mentality of a genuine devotee. The genuine devotee will risk everything to help others rise above the ignorance of material life and come to the point of knowledge by which they engage in devotional service or bhakti yoga for not only their own benefit and for the benefit of their family, but for the benefit of all people. Bhakti yoga is the yoga of love and devotion for Krishna, but the purpose of it is not only to please Krishna, but to share that love and devotion with others. And that is probably the greatest satisfaction that one can attain in life. If you can actually help another person rise above the travails or the problems of birth, death, old age, and disease, you are a real friend. and they will never forget it. So sometimes a person may be sick and someone may help them, and they say, I owe my life to this person. I was going to die, but they saved my life. See? But wait a minute. Even they saved your life, you're still going to die. Right? But if you can save a person from the entire cycle of birth and death, that is real benediction. That is real service. That is a real gift of immeasurable value. Why is it immeasurable value? Because no one has ever been able to get free of birth and death except those who are sincere followers of Krishna. Just like Arjuna. Arjuna was destined to die on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. The Pandavas were outnumbered. Bhisma Pitamaha was invincible. And other great Maharati fighters, such as Duryodhana and other great fighters on the battlefield. Dronacharya, who was the guru of Arjuna, who taught him how to use weapons. He was on the opposite side. So there were Bhisma, Dronacharya, and Duryodhana and others. They were invincible. Karna is actually the older brother of Arjuna and the Pandavas, and he was a greater fighter, a greater archer in many ways, superior to his brothers. However, because Arjuna was a sincere devotee of Krishna, Krishna protected him. And Krishna promises this in Bhagavad Gita. He says, Konteya pratijanihi, name bhakta pranasyati. Declare it boldly, Arjuna, that my devotee will never perish. So, who should we believe in life? Should we believe Krishna? Or should we believe materialistic persons like Marx, Darwin, and Freud, and politicians, and so forth? No, we should believe Krishna. And therefore, when Krishna says that he will protect his devotee, we have the proof. He protected Draupadi. He protected Arjuna and the Pandavas. He protected Hanumanji. He protected Kunti Devi. So he can protect us also if we become sincere devotees. He promises that. Therefore he says in the next verse, Mai sarvani karmani sanyasya adhyatma chetasa nirasir nirmamo bhutva yujyasva vikatajvara. He says, therefore Arjuna, this is verse 30, surrendering all your works unto me with full knowledge of me, without desires for profit, with no claims to proprietorship, and free from lethargy, fight. So this verse, it says, clearly indicates the purpose of the Bhagavad Gita. The Lord instructs that one has to become fully Krishna conscious to discharge duties as if in military discipline. Such an injunction may make things a little difficult. Nevertheless, duties must be carried out with dependence on Krishna, because that is the constitutional position of the living entity. The living entity cannot be happy independent of the cooperation of the Supreme Lord, because the eternal constitutional position of the living entity is to become subordinate to the desires of the Lord. So this is exactly what Arjuna did. At first, he refused to follow Krishna's order in the beginning of the Bhagavad Gita. But later on, after hearing all the answers to his questions and doubts, he became determined to follow Krishna's order. That is faith in God. Just like in the Bible also, God gave an instruction to Abraham to sacrifice his son, Isaac. Well, Abraham hesitated a little bit, but because God asked him, he did it. He took his son, he built a fire, he was going to put his son in the fire, and right when he was about to do it, God, according to the Bible, sent an angel and stopped him. And he tested, basically he tested Abraham to see if he was actually surrendered to him. Well, every one of us is going to be tested in life to see if we actually love Krishna or not. That's why we should not expect that living in this world will always be easy. it's difficult. There's birth, death, old age, and disease. There is sometimes famine. There's sometimes war. There's sometimes extreme weather conditions. There are earthquakes. There are tornadoes. There's tsunamis. There's disease. And all these things, there are accidents. All these things are happening all around us. So it's not easy to live in this world. However, if Krishna protects us, he gives absolute guarantee that he will protect you. So, and we have the proof of how he protected Pandavas and so forth. So therefore, we should believe Krishna's words. And like Arjuna, we should listen to Krishna and get the answers to all our questions. If you have any question at all, I can guarantee you it's already been answered in the Bhagavad Gita. This one book has all answers to all questions about the purpose of life. So then it says, Arjuna did not have to consider the order of the Lord. He had only to execute his order. The Supreme Lord is the soul of all souls. Therefore, one who depends solely and wholly on the Supreme Soul, without personal consideration, or in other words, one who is fully Krishna conscious, is called Adhyatma Chetas. That means they have clear consciousness, and they understand what their relationship is with God, and they act in that relationship. So, the next verse says, verse 31, those persons who execute their duties according to my injunctions, or Krishna's instructions, and who follow this teaching faithfully, without envy, become free from the bondage of fruitive actions. That means that if we follow Krishna's instructions, as he gives it in the Bhagavad Gita, and I'll be much more specific about what his instructions are in a second, Krishna will free us from our previous karma, and he will guide us so we don't create any more karmic reactions in this lifetime. That means that we are liberated even in this world, even now. This is probably the greatest benediction one can receive, to be freed of one's previous karma. We don't know what that karma is until it happens. Just like everything is going well and all of a sudden there's an accident. Everything is going well and all of a sudden one is laid off from their job. Everything is going well and all of a sudden one is diagnosed with cancer or diabetes or this or that. It's happening every day. These are karmic reactions from previous lifetime. And we don't know what our previous karma is. It's a mixed bag of good and bad karma. But Krishna promises that if we follow his instructions and follow them faithfully without envy, we become free from the karma band, from the entanglement of our previous karma. And in the explanation, Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada explains, this instruction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, is the essence of all Vedic wisdom, and therefore is eternally true without exception. As the Vedas are eternal, so this truth of Krishna consciousness is also eternal. One should have firm faith in this injunction or instruction without envying the Lord. There are many philosophers who write comments on the Bhagavad Gita but have no faith in Krishna. They will never be liberated from the bondage of fruitive action. But an ordinary man or woman with firm faith in the eternal instructions of the Lord, even though unable to execute such orders, becomes liberated from the bondage of the law of karma. That means, even if you're too weak to strictly follow everything, but if you have faith in Krishna's instructions, that faith alone can deliver you from the cycle of birth and death. That faith alone. And this is actually a special benediction of Krishna. Krishna knows how difficult it is for people to strictly follow all the rules and regulations. That's not an excuse not to follow. But he knows it's difficult and we will make mistakes on the path. But he's willing to forgive those mistakes if we keep trying. And if we do not become like the fox and the sour grapes. There was a fox who was trying to reach grapes that were hanging on a vine that was a little bit high in the air. And because he couldn't reach it, he said, I don't want them anyway. They're just sour. See? So we don't want to be like the fox and the sour grapes. Just because we may have difficulties following all the rules and regulations, we shouldn't blame it on the rules and regulations. We should accept our own weakness and ask for the mercy of Krishna and his devotees to help us overcome those weaknesses. So here it says, but an ordinary man with firm faith in the eternal injunctions of the Lord, even though unable to execute such orders, becomes liberated from the bondage of law and karma. In the beginning of Krishna consciousness, one may not fully discharge all the injunctions or instructions of the Lord, but because one is not resentful of this principle and works sincerely without consideration of defeat and hopelessness, he or she will surely be promoted to the stage of pure Krishna consciousness. So you see, becoming determined to follow the path of Dharma as given by Krishna and not be deterred, not be discouraged by circumstantial failures, but to continue striving, Krishna is promising that you will succeed by keeping our faith. Faith is what connects us to Krishna. Faith means you believe in something you don't see, but you know it's there, and you can never give up striving for it. See? So we may not see Krishna directly, but actually we are seeing Krishna in the form of the deity. We should not think that this is an idol or that the Vedas are mythology. This was the curse of the British on India. They not only colonized India, but they took over the educational system in India, and they studied the Vedas and translated them so that they could portray them as subordinate to the Bible and the timeline of the Bible, and also to make up myths such as the Aryan invasion of India and other myths like that that are not true, and also to claim that the Vedas are actually mythology. Just like there's Greek mythology, they also said the Vedas are mythology, and they succeeded in doing this. Nowadays, people will come up to me and they say, where are the idols? These are not idols. You want to see an idol, you go to the Bellevue Library and you see the idol of Gandhi. And on that idol, you'll see bird droppings, and you'll see leaves, and the idol is there in the cold weather and the hot weather and so forth. That's an idol. Okay, you're going to have to take the baby outside, please. You can come back when we begin the arti. Okay, so these are not idols. The deities are being taken care of almost 24 hours a day. They're fed 6 times a day. They receive fresh flowers every day. They receive clothing every day. They're bathed every day, because we are treating the deity as Krishna himself. This is practice for meeting Krishna. Just like when Sabari was trained by her guru and she was given the instruction to stay in the ashram after her guru and his disciples left, and in the future Rama and Lakshman would come and meet her, and she should give them fruits and roots and also fresh water and explain to them where they could find Sugriva. She listened to her guru, and eventually Lakshman and Rama came, and she actually saw the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And in his presence, she left her body and she resurrected and went back to join her guru in the heavenly planets. So Jesus is not the only person that resurrected. Way before Jesus, millions of years before Jesus, Sabari also resurrected from the dead. See? So it's not the one-time only thing that's happened in the world. And Jesus is actually Johnny-come-lately compared to the Vedic personalities. In the Vedas, there are personalities that have brought people who are dead back to life also. There are persons who had no education at all, but because they associated with great devotees, they became great devotees, like Narada Muni. He was a very poor boy. His mother couldn't afford to send him to school. She was a maid. But because she served pure devotees for a 4-month period of Chaturmasya, her son got the benefit of hearing their lectures and their talks, having some of their prasad, and doing service to them. He became, in his next life, Narada Muni, the greatest saint in the universe. This is the benefit of associating with genuine devotees, hearing their talks and discourses, having their prasad, and offering service. So, in this verse, 3rd chapter, 31st verse, Krishna is promising that one who follows his instructions, they will become, and with faith, they will become free from the bondage of karma. However, the next verse, 32, says, but those who out of envy disregard these teachings and do not follow them are to be considered bereft of all knowledge, befooled and ruined in their endeavors for perfection. And Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada explains, the flaw of not being Krishna conscious is clearly stated herein. As there is punishment for disobedience to the order of the supreme executive head of a government or a judge, etc., so there is certainly punishment for disobedience to the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. A disobedient person, however great he may be, is ignorant of his own self and of the Supreme Brahman, Paramatma, and the Personality of Godhead due to a vacant heart. Therefore, there's no hope of perfection of life for him. So, if we waste our life simply watching movies, going to casinos, going to playgrounds like Disneyland and what is it, Water Waves, or whatever it is, Wild Waves, and baseball games, football games, cricket games, basketball games, and so forth, this party, that party, this nightclub, that nightclub, and waste our life like that, we'll always have trouble in life because we're actually not doing what we're supposed to do. When we receive the human form of life, the good news is the human form of life is perfectly suited for self-realization. It's the best form for self-realization. A dog cannot be self-realized. A cat cannot be self-realized. A cow cannot be self-realized. But a human being can, because we have highly developed senses, eyes, ears, nose, tongue, skin, and mind, intelligence, and so forth. So these tremendously, let's say, evolved instruments are meant for acquiring knowledge. They're not meant for watching television until 2 o'clock in the morning or going on the commercial business channel to buy something or to meditate on the stock market or all these things. They were not meant to do that. We're meant to understand how we can free ourselves from the cycle of birth and death. And if you can do that for yourself, then you can do it for other people also. And that way you become the most precious person, the real affectionate, loving person, because everyone is afflicted by birth, old age, disease, and death. And if you can free yourself, you can also free others. This is our real destiny. Our destiny is not to go through the samsara, life after life. Birth, death, old age, disease, rebirth, old age, disease, death, etc., etc. We've already gone through all those cycles to come to the human form of life. Why shouldn't we use this human form of life to end that cycle and go back to the spiritual world and take many people with us? So, these verses, 28 to 32, in the 3rd chapter of Bhagavad Gita, explain what our real destiny is, what our real purpose is, and how to achieve that purpose. It's very simple. If a child listens to mother and father, and if the mother and father are good people, then the child will be successful. And if the child doesn't listen to the mother and father and listens to other people, and then other people will say, oh, there's no God, and smoking marijuana is good, and you can choose whatever gender you want to have, and the only purpose in life is to make money and enjoy life, eat, sleep, drink, and be merry. So you want your kid to listen to those people, or you want them to listen to you, right? Say, but if you give them the same instruction as those people, you're no better than them. You see. So we should understand the goal of life is self-realization. It is not self-indulgence. So we'll stop right there. Are there any questions anyone would like to ask? And remember what our rule is. No question, no eat. So at least one question. And I'll wait. Ladies, no question. Yes, Hari. You want to know the proper way to explain the difference between Hinduism and Krishna consciousness. Okay. Well, first of all, both Hinduism and Krishna consciousness are based on the Vedas. But in modern times, Hinduism has deviated from the Vedas. I'll give you one practical example, then I'll explain why. For example, if you look at the population of Hindus in India, it's over 800 million. But half of them eat meat, inside the house and outside the house. 25% more only eat meat outside of the house, not in the house. Right? So now we can eliminate 75% of the Hindus because they're not following their dharma by eating meat, especially cow meat and fish. Fish in Bengal is called the fruit of the ocean. Huh?
Water cucumber.
A water cucumber, yes. And murgi. Murgi is, the people say, oh, that's not exactly meat. Murgi is meat. You know, chicken is meat. So that eliminates 75%. The other 25%, the majority of them think that they can become God by doing yoga or meditation or developing jnana and so forth. So that eliminates almost 95% of the Hindus. The other 5% are trying their best to keep Hinduism alive by strictly following Dharma, right? You only have 5% that are strictly following. So when that percentage goes down to 1%, Hinduism will be taken over by the Christians, the Muslims, and the Buddhists. There won't be any more Hinduism, or it'll be very, very weakened. So instead of going from 5% to 1%, we should go from 5% to 100%, right? So how are we going to do that? Well, Krishna consciousness is the solution, because Krishna consciousness is based on the following. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Manmana bhava mad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mam evaisasi satyam te pratijane priyosime. Hey Arjuna, always think of me, Manmana bhava, and mad bhakto, become my bhakta, become my devotee. Madhyaji, worship me. Mam namaskuru, give all your homage and respect to me, and ultimately always remember me. If you do this, satyam te, I promise you, you will come back to me. And then he says, Sarvadharman purityaja mahamekam saranam braja aham tvam sarvapapebhyo mokshisyami mahasuchaha. Hey Arjuna, give up all your fabricated dharmas. There's Christian dharma, Muslim dharma, Hindu dharma, Jain dharma, Sikh dharma, this dharma and that dharma, right? Business dharma, stock market dharma, cricket dharma. There's all these dharmas, things that people think they must do to be happy, right? He says, give them all up and sharanam, Just surrender unto me. If you do this, I promise you I'll free you from your previous karma, and in that way you can engage in my service and come back to me at the end of this life. And therefore he says, Janma karma chame divyam evam yo veti tatvata tyakva deham punara janma naiti maameti sarjana. Hey Arjun, anyone who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activity does not, after death, take birth again, but comes back to me. So this is the power of Krishna, knowledge of Krishna, and activity or service for Krishna. It'll free you from birth and death, as promised by Krishna. So Krishna consciousness is the original consciousness, not only of India, but of all living entities, because we were all originally with Krishna in the spiritual world, but by misusing our free will, we chose to come to the material world. Just like many of you chose to leave India and come to the United States. Why did you do that? You tell me. Why did you do it? What's the reason? Money, right. Money, because money, you can have more sense gratification. Bigger house, bigger car, bigger belly, bigger cancer, bigger everything, right? So, why did you choose to leave your ancestral land that your forefathers lived on for thousands of years, leave your parents, leave your grandparents, and come to this country? Well, that same mentality is why we left the spiritual world. It's not that this is the first time you left your home. We all left Krishna originally to come to the material world, and for what reason? To eat more, to sleep more, to engage in more sense gratification, such as going to the casino, going to the resort, and eating more, and so forth, and more sense gratification. So we are doing that, and as long as we're attached to that, we stay here. Eating, sleeping, mating, and defending, suffering miseries of this body, miseries caused by other bodies, miseries caused by cataclysmic events, and repeating birth, death, old age, and disease, birth, death, old age, and disease. Until we receive genuine knowledge. And that genuine knowledge is in Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is the quintessential book of knowledge by which one can be liberated from the cycle of birth and death. That's the whole purpose of this book. No other book is equal to this. By the way, no other book is as old as this. Bhagavad Gita was first spoken 140 million years ago by Krishna to Vivaswan or Surya. And then it was spoken again by Surya to Manu. Again, many million years ago. And then Manu spoke it to Ikshvaku, the first king of the solar dynasty on the earth, 2,005,000 years ago. And then Krishna spoke it again directly to Arjuna 5,000 years ago. This book is not 5,000 years old. It's over 140 million years old. There's no other book like this. The Bible is only, at most, 3,500 years old, the Old Testament. And the New Testament is 2,000 years old. The Buddhist writings are no more than 2,500 years old. The Muslim writing is only 1,500 years old. There's no book like the Bhagavad Gita. But yet, we ignore Bhagavad Gita to read how to make money on the stock market, how to flip houses, how to sell cars, used cars, and make money, and and so forth. How to become a millionaire on the stock market. Yeah, all nonsense topics. It's not going to help you at the moment of death. You can have all the stocks in the world, the biggest portfolio in the world, still you're going to die. So, we should take this one book seriously. All you have to do is be expert in one book, you're expert. Like, for example, Christians are expert in the Bible. Every day they're giving lectures on the Bible. Muslims are expert on one book, Quran. Every day They're speaking Quran. Quran this, Quran that. Allah says this surah, that surah. Right? But if you know this one book, Bhagavad Gita, you will have all knowledge. Quran, the Bible, Buddhist scriptures, they have knowledge, but it's incomplete. Bhagavad Gita is complete. It's Purna Bhagavat. It is the, as we say, the Maha Upanishad. It is the greatest one book in the history of the world. We should not doubt it. In fact, let's see what Lord Shiva says about Bhagavad Gita in the Gita Mahatmya. He says, Gita Shastram idam punyam ya patet prayatak pumam. If one properly follows the instruction of Bhagavad Gita, one can be freed from all the miseries and anxieties of life. Bhaya sokadi varajitaha. One will be freed from all fear in this life, and one's next life will be spiritual. Then he says, Gita dhyayana silasya pranayama parasyacha naiva santi hipapani purva janma kritanicha. If one reads Bhagavad Gita very sincerely and with all seriousness, then by the grace of the Lord, the reactions of his past misdeeds will not act upon him. This is the second verse of Gita Mahatmya. And the Lord says very loudly in Bhagavad Gita, Sarvadharmam parityaja mamekam saranam vraja. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. Thus the Lord takes all responsibility for one who surrenders unto him, and he indemnifies such a person against all reactions of sin. Then Lord Shiva says, Maline mochanam pumsa jala snanam dine dine sakrit gitam ritam snanam samsara maladanasanam. One may cleanse himself daily by taking a bath in water, but if one takes a bath even once in the sacred Ganges water of Bhagavad Gita, for him the dirt of material life is altogether vanquished. It's the third verse of the Gita Mahatmya. Then the fourth verse says, Gita su Gita kartavya kimanyai shastra vistarai yaswayam padmanabhasya mukha padmad vinishrita. Because Bhagavad Gita is spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, one need not read any other Vedic literature. One need only attentively and regularly hear and read Bhagavad Gita. In the present age, people are so absorbed in mundane activities that it is not possible for them to read all the Vedic literatures. But this is not necessary. This one book, Bhagavad Gita, will suffice because it is the essence of all Vedic literatures, and especially because it is spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna himself. So you see, Lord Shiva glorified Bhagavad Gita. There are another 3 verses where he's glorifying Bhagavad Gita. Lord Shiva, we should listen to what he says. He is an authority in Krishna consciousness. He's called a Mahajan. Then eventually he says, this Gita Upanishad, Bhagavad Gita, is the essence of all the Upanishads. It is just like a cow, and Lord Krishna, who is famous as a cowherd boy, is milking this cow. Arjuna is just like a calf, and learned scholars and pure devotees are to drink the nectarian milk of Bhagavad Gita. So, this is Krishna consciousness, and we base everything on this one book, Bhagavad Gita. It's only 700 verses. It's only a few hundred pages. You read this one book, you will have all knowledge. So thank you very much. Now you can all eat in peace. And we'll have Arti also. Haribol. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hey, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hey, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hey, Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hey, Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hey, Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hey, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram, Hare Hare. Hey, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaura, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura, Hari Bol. Jayo, Jaya Gaura Chande, Arati Ke Soba. Jayo, Jaya Gora Chande Arati Kesoba Bola Jana Vita Tabane Jagamana Lobaja Gorangera Rutik Soba Jagajana Manaloba Gorangera Rutik Soba Jagajana Manaloba Jagajana Manaloba Jagajana Manaloba Kibadaki Nitaya Jan Panengadanara Arati Korena Brahma Adideva Gane Arun Kibanarari Adhikari Chamaradulaya Sanjaya Mukunda Vasu Gosadigaya Sanjaya Mukunda Vasu Gosadigaya Kipashanka Bhaje Gandha Bhaje Bhaje Karatala Madhura Mitanga Bhaje Paramarasala Madhura Mitanga Bhaje Paramarasala Shanka Bhaje Gandha Bhaje Madhur 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 Bhaje Shanka Bhaje Gandha Bhaje Madhur 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 Bhaje Madhur 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 Bhaje Madhur 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 Bhaje Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Haribol, 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 Nitagora, Haribol, Nitagora, Haribol, 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 Nitagora, Haribol, Nitagora, Haribol, Haribol, Gora, Haribol, Nitagora, Haribol, Nitagora. Nita Gora Haribol, Haribol, Gora Haribol, Nita Gora Haribol, Nita Gora Haribol, 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 Nita Gora Haribol. Bahu Koti Chandra Jini Vadana Ujvala. Gala jese bana mala, kare jala mala. Gala jese bana mala, kare jala mala. Chayo, oh jaya gora chande Harati. Jana Vitatavane Jagamana Loma Jana Vitatavane Jagamana Loma Kiba Shiva Sukhenarada Premigada Gada Baka Vinoda Deke Gorara Sampada Baka Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hey, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Haribol, Haribol, Gora Haribol, Nita Gora Haribol. Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hey bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Follow Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Follow Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Tagore Haribo, 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 Tagore Haribo. Tagore Haribo, Haribo, Gora Haribo, Tagore Haribo, Tagore Haribo, 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 Tagore Haribo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namaste Narasimhaya, Namaste Narasimhaya, Lord, Lord, Kalayeni Hiranyakashipur Bhakshahai Hiranyakashipur Bhakshahai Hiranyakashipur Bhakshahai Shilatam Ganakalaye Shilatam Ganakalaye Shilatam Ganakalaye Shilatam Idone Shinga Paradone Shinga Yato yato yami tato nishinga Baye nishinga Idaye nishinga Tavakara kamala parenaka Adbhuta shingam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Bringa Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadesha Jaya Jagadesha Jaya Jagadesha Tavakara Kamala Marenaka Hare Jaya Jagadesha Hare Jaya Jagadesha Hare Kesavajita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadesha Hare Jaya Jagadesha Hare Jaya Jagadesha Hare Kesavajita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadesha Hare Jaya Jagadesha Hare Jaya Jagadesha Hare Jaya Narasingade Jaya Narasingade Jaya Narasingade Jaya Narasingade Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gora Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Premanandi ki jai Jai Om Vishnupad Paramansa Pararaja Gachasta Tarasatarashi Shishimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Goswami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada ki jai Ananta Koti Vaishnavinda ki jai Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai Prem Sikoho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasudi Gaura Bhaktavinda ki jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopinath Sam Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan ki jai Shri Vrindavan Dham ki jai Shri Mayapura Dham ki jai Shri Jagannath Puri Dham ki jai Tulasi Devi ki jai Bhakti Devi ki jai Ganga Maya ki jai Jamuna Maya ki jai Samavela Bhaktavinda ki jai Nitai Gaura Premanandi. All glories to the Samudra. All glories to Samudra. All glories to Samudra. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Guranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Next week, on June the 1st, Saturday, we have our third Compassion Festival at Westlake Park. It's a festival for homeless people, but we're actually all homeless. We all came from the spiritual world. We're wandering around the material world, so you're all invited. We have our free food truck that'll be there. There'll be a lot of entertainment, a lot of interactive things, and it's a chance to show the Seattle community that the Indian community cares about the homeless. And we're doing actually a lot of important things for them. Not only feeding them, but we are proposing to build self-sufficient, off-the-grid villages for them in the outer skirts or the outlying municipalities around Seattle. And you'll see all the information for that. So that's next week. Then 2 weeks from now, we have our first vegan, raw food, vegetarian festival at Redmond's new downtown park, right in the center of town on Cleveland Avenue. You're all invited to come. And there'll be many, many booths. Many of them will be doing demonstrations of how to make different vegetarian, vegan, and raw food preparations. VCC will have at least, or the Vedic Cultural Center will have at least 10 booths, cooking booths. Not only it's vegetarian, vegan, and raw food, it's also prasadam. The others I can't guarantee, but at least our booths will be all Mahaprasad. And there'll be many guest speakers, a lot of entertainment, a lot of fun things for the kids. So I'm just letting you know about that. That's June 22nd. It's actually not a week after June 1st, but 3 weeks after June 1st. And then we're going to have our annual Ananda Mela Festival, Joyful Festival of India, the biggest festival of Indian culture in the Northwest, on July 27th and 28th. So keep these dates in mind: June 1st, June 22nd, July 27th and 28th. Then after that, we will have our Janmashtami festival. After that, we'll have on Labor Day weekend, our Rath Yatra festival and Flavors of India festival at Crossroads Park, and a big parade on 8th Avenue and so forth, and 148th and 8th Avenue, with our Rath cart. We have our own Rath cart now. Also, I'm still trying to find out, did we get permission for a Derby Days? Is Venkat here? Not yet. Is there any hope of getting it? Okay. If we get their permission, we will have a second Rath Yatra festival at the Redmond Derby Days Festival. And then after Labor Day, after that big festival on Labor Day at Crossroads Park, there are other festivals coming up. So hold on to your hats. We're going to have a very busy summer. We need a lot of volunteers, especially for Ananda Mela. If you would like to volunteer, this is the biggest festival of Indian culture in the Northwest, bigger than anything else. At least 20 to 25,000 people come. And we'll need at least 300 to 400 volunteers to help us do this festival. Every year we get 300 to 400 volunteers, right? 450 last year. So we need your help. And again, these are all festivals where we showcase the richness and cultural diversity and the great culture, Vedic culture of India. So you should be proud of this festival. And of course, our last festival will be Lights of India, or Diwali Festival, at the Seattle Center in the Armory. And that is going to be a major festival this year. It's been growing every year, but this year will be the biggest and the best. Again, it showcases Indian culture, but this very diverse cultural presentations. You have Madhupani painting, you have all kinds of arts and crafts of India, and beautiful entertainment. So the Vedic Cultural Center is vanguarding the presentation of Indian culture in the Seattle area, not only for Indians, but for the American culture, the Americans also. And that's very important. So they see that how we are mainstream integrated into the society. So thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
It's Prabhu's birthday today. Nitin.
Okay. So we have Nitin's birthday today. We have a cake for you, Nitin?
No.
No cake. Only Asirvad.
Only blessings.
Yes, so please, you always chant Hare Krishna. That's the Asirvad. And remember Krishna. Hare Bol.
Promoting Ananda Mela on Facebook.
Oh, very good. Very good.
Marketing all our festivals.
Very good, very good. How is it doing?
Going good, Prabhu. We are starting with Veg Fest now. We'll move to Anand Mela soon.
Okay. Thank you. You should do them both simultaneously. Not just one.
Yeah. Who's his birthday? Yeah, that's what you were saying.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
We'll give you a present. You wait a few minutes. Hare Bol. You want a blessing for your baby? We'll do it here. He will give. Yeah. You got it? Okay. Yes. Hare Krishna. What is her name? Sanvika. Okay, Sanvika.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yeah, I